it's Sandy, and today I'm doing my May book haul and my May wrap up. I didn't buy that many books in May, and I didn't read that many books in May either, so that's why I'm combining both of these videos in one. And I'm not including any books that I got at BA or BookCon, so if you want to know all those books that I got, I will leave a link to it down below if you want to check it out. Let's get started on my book haul. I have two packages that I'm going to be opening on camera, and the first package will be this one. This is a book that I won a giveaway that was held by my good friend Julia from Julia Talks So Much. Thank you, Julia, for the giveaway. I'm so excited that I won, and I picked a book that I've been wanting to get forever. Pretty sure I can just open it right here. Let's open it. As you can see from the cover, it's All the Lights We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. This is why I love Book Depository, because they give out bookmarks with every book purchase. And this one is one that you can actually color it in, so on the back it shows like a coloring book, and if you can color it in and make it all colorful, I think this is really cool and I'm very excited to use it. This book is a historical fiction and it takes place during World War II, I believe, and it follows the main character who is blind. I haven't read that many historical fiction books, and I've been wanting to branch out of my typical reading genres. I've also heard wonderful things about this book, so I'm very excited that I finally own it and I can't wait to pick it up. The next book is a book that was sent to me by an author, and it came in this little package. Do I need scissors to cut the string open? Oh, that's not. Alright. Then I slide it out. I'm gonna have to open it more. I see it. Okay. The book in that package was Sleeping Tom by Evie Fairfall, and this was a book that was sent to me by the author, so thank you, Evie, for contacting me. I'm very excited to have received this book. I love the cover, by the way, and the premise of it sounds very interesting. This book follows our main character, Kaden, and she is hitchhiking. She ends up accepting a ride from Gabriel, who is her age and happens to be very hot. But the problem is, he's a total jerk. She has nowhere to go, so she convinces Gabriel to let her stay at his place, and so she ends up sleeping on his couch. During that night, Kaden wakes up to strange noises coming from Gabriel. When she interacts with him, he's suddenly very nice to her, and he's completely different from the man he was when she first met him. By night he is Tom, and by day he is Gabriel, which shows that there is a dissociative identity disorder going on, aka multiple personality disorder. I've never read a book that has to do with that, so I'm very excited to see how it plays out in the story. The ebook of Sleeping Tom is actually 99 cents right now. I will link it down below. It will be 99 cents until the sequel, Waking Gabriel, comes out. 99 cents for a book is a really good deal, so go check it out if you're interested. There's also this small thing that's wrapped up. I think it's a bookmark because it's shaped like a bookmark, so I'm going to open it. Oh my gosh! This is so cute. It's a bookmark, and it says, "I'll have enough books when they fill my room like the stars fill the sky." And it's so incredibly cute. Oh my god. There's the bookmark, and it has this little star dangling from it. Oh my gosh. This is the cutest thing ever. The next book that I got in May is The Problem with Forever by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I actually met Jennifer L. Armentrout during BEA, and I got an ARC of this book, but she was doing another book event in the Chicago area, so I had to go and get a finished copy and get some of my books signed. So I met Jennifer L. Armentrout twice in less than a week, which is crazy awesome. So she signed it and she said, "Enjoy." So this is Jennifer L. Armentrout's newest release, and it is actually a YA contemporary, which is something new because she hasn't written a YA contemporary book before. She has done new adult, but nothing YA. This book follows our main character, Mallory, who is adopted, and she's been homeschooled for years, but during her senior year of high school, she ends up going to public school. At this school, she runs into Ryder Stark, who is a friend and protector that she hasn't seen since her childhood. I'm assuming there will be romance between them. I'm going to be reading this book in June, and I'm very, very excited because it's Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I miss her writing and I miss her romance. Also, can we talk about how Jennifer L. Armentrout finally has a nice cover on one of her books? Because this cover is beautiful compared to her other books. I love the colors of it and I love the typography. The next book is actually a book that I checked out from the library, but I wanted to mention it anyways, and that is The Crown by Kiera Cass. This is the 5th and final book in the Selection series. I'm not going to talk about the plot of this book because it does spoil the first 3 books. I will also be reading this book in June. The next book that I bought in May is also a book that I read in May, so my wrap-up and book haul will start to overlap now. And that book is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in A Court of Thorns and Roses. I have filmed a review and discussion video already, and I'll most likely be going up after this video, so stay tuned for that. This book did have a slow start, but I loved Feyre's character development, and I love seeing her relationship with a certain character develop throughout this book. I was hesitant about it at first, but I really loved where it went, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. I really love the introduction of new characters, and I really like where it left off, although it does make me nervous, but I'm very excited to read the next book. Overall, I ended up giving this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Also, big shout out to my friend Emily because she helped me get this book signed. So there is Sarah's signature. Sarah J. Maas actually did a signing in the Chicago area after BookCon. I couldn't make it, but my friend Emily was going, and I asked her if she could get my book signed, and she did, and I'm just so happy. Thank you, Emily, so much. The next book that I read in May is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. This is Morgan Matson's new release. I love Morgan Matson's books, so I obviously had to read it. This book takes place during the summer, and it follows our main character, Andy, who has her whole summer planned out, but then her dad, who is a congressman, gets involved in a scandal, which completely changes her whole summer. So she ends up staying in town, and she gets a position as a dog walker, hence all the dogs on this beautiful cover. I've also filmed a review and discussion video on this book, which will go up sometime after I post my review on Accomath. This is my least favorite Morgan Matson book. I did enjoy it, but I feel like there wasn't that much going on. I did really love the romance and the summer aspects. I really love seeing Andy's relationship with her father develop and her relationship with Clark, which is a boy that she meets. The romance was definitely super cute. I'm a little bit conflicted about the ending. I think the ending is really realistic, but I also had a few problems with it, so I don't know. I really don't know. I talk more about it in my discussion video, but I did like this book overall. It is a really great summer read, and I ended up giving it a 3.75 out of 5 stars, which isn't a bad rating at all because it's basically a 4 out of 5 stars. The last book that I read in May is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I read this book because the movie was coming out, and I needed to know what was going on before I watched the movie. I probably won't watch the movie right away because I have no friends and no one wants to see this movie with me. Anyways, this book follows Louisa Clark, who loses her job at a bakery, and she ends up finding a new job caring for Will Traynor, who is a quadriplegic, which means that everything from his chest and below is paralyzed, and he has very limited movements of his arms and hands. This story is really eye-opening and thought-provoking. As an able-bodied, there are so many things that I've never thought about before, and this book brought a lot of those things to my awareness. I really like that the author included Louisa using message boards and interacting with other people, so it brings in other voices, but I wish it was used more often. I wasn't as emotional as other people were when they read this book, but I did definitely tear up. I didn't know much about this book before going in, but I thought that romance would play a major role, but I was surprised that it basically didn't come up until the end. While I did want a little bit more romance, I am pretty satisfied with the romance that we got. I really enjoyed seeing Louisa grow throughout the story and seeing her relationship with Will develop, and I ended up giving this book a 4 out of 5 stars. The 3 novellas that I read in May were the last 3 novellas that I haven't read from Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare. Those novellas were Pale Kings and Princes, Bitter of Tongue, and Angels Twice Descending. I'm really sad that these novellas are over because I really love this character and I really love seeing from this character's point of view. I'm a little bit bitter about what happened in the last novella. If you read it, you know. But at the same time, I saw it coming because I was spoiled about it. When I read Lady Midnight, there was a small passage toward the very end and it says what happened, and I was just like, seriously? I do recommend reading Tales from Shadowhunter Academy before you read Lady Midnight, but I didn't do that because I wanted to read Lady Midnight ASAP because I didn't want to get spoiled. Anyways, these novellas are so great. They're definitely some of my favorite novellas that I've read. I didn't rate them individually, although I should have, but overall I give it like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. They were that good. Definitely read those novellas if you are a Shadowhunter fan. Those are all of the books that I bought and read in May. If you've read any of the books that I mentioned, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye!